Big news today for Apple and Alphabet stock investors. Apple stock is up right now 2.46%, while Google stock is up over 5%. Now, what's the big deal here? Well, apparently there is a report that Apple is in talks to build Google's Gemini AI engine into the iPhone in a potential blockbuster deal. Now, we've talked about what the next suite of products of Apple will be, right? I took a bet. I said the next time we're going to hear about new Apple products, they're going to be marketed as AI devices, AI iPhone, AI iPad, you name it. Then on the flip side, when talking about Google in the last couple of weeks, when Google's Gemini fiasco came out, the stock was trading at around $130 or so. Said perfect time again to add on all the news, all the noise, and rightfully so, right? It's not just noise, it's rightfully lots of criticism on that. But right now the stock is back close to $150 because the market suddenly realizes, oh, Google's core business is actually pretty strong. Plus you're also getting all the future AI products with that. Now, of course, this news, this potential collaboration, of course, came out of nowhere. And again, this is not confirmed just yet, but the potential of this partnership is quite big. So in this video, I'm going to explain everything you need to know. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe. If not, we really appreciate that. Want to support me even further, do check out the link down in the description and in the pinned comment to get a top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. Thank you very much. So Apple is in discussion to fit Google's artificial intelligence model Gemini into the iPhone, according to a Bloomberg report. The two tech giants are in talks to let Apple license the Alphabet's Uni's AI model Gemini to power some of the new features which would come to the iPhone software in 2024. Apparently, Apple was also in talks with Microsoft-backed OpenAI and has considered using its AI model as well. Now, this is as Apple is preparing new capabilities as part of the iPhone's upcoming operating system iOS 18. However, these updates will be focused on features which operate on its devices rather than ones provided through cloud. So Apple is looking for a partner for generative AI, including features such as creating images and written content based on prompts. It is very unlikely that any deal would be announced until July, when Apple intends to hold its annual worldwide developer conference. It is also possible that an agreement is not reached or that Apple may choose another partner. It's very important to note, today might be a little jump in the stock based on reports, based on rumors, and nothing gets confirmed, and so the stock might get hit on the flip side. A possibility. Wedbush analyst Dan Ives here chimed in, so he said that the potential Apple-Google AI partnership is part of a broader aggressive iPhone AI strategy. This is a major win for Google to get into the Apple ecosystem and have access to the golden install base of Cupertino, with clearly a major license fee attached to it. Again, Apple has over 2 billion devices worldwide, focusing just on iPhone, which is over 1 billion devices. Huge win for Google if that's the case. But the analysts expect this to be an Apple branded solution. However, the deal is not final and details need to be worked out. Meaning when you're going to use these services, it's not going to say powered by Google. It's going to be branded as an Apple thing. Again, probably Google doesn't really care as long as they get paid for it. Now, of course, remember, Google and Apple already have a sort of partnership with regards to the browser. So they two already have an agreement which allows Google to be the default search engine on Apple's Safari web browser. And because of that, it's under scrutiny in the US and in Europe as well. It was alleged that Google pays over $10 billion a year to maintain its position as the default search engine on internet browsers and mobile devices, thereby curbing competition. Now, we've been talking about this as well. The moment, let's say, Google says, you know what, we're not going to pay you, or they're not allowed to pay Apple this extremely high amount of money, it's a bad moment for Apple because they now have to look for tens of billions of dollars that go straight to their bottom line to replace that Google payment. On the flip side, for Google, yes, maybe it will get hit because now Google will not be used as often on iPhone, even though I'm sure plenty of people will just change that themselves. But they suddenly have tens of billions of dollars that will flow through their bottom line. And now with this possible collaboration with regards to Gemini, I do believe that it might have something to do with this search engine deal. Again, remains to be seen. This is just speculation from my part. Now, with regards to the economics of this deal, I want to turn to Gene Munster from Deepwater Management. So he talks here about a couple of things with regards to the licensing deal. My sense is it would be in the billions of dollars per year. Again, a bit like the search browser deal between those two companies. So one, it would probably be usage-based versus a flat guarantee like the search deal. Google pays Apple around $15 billion a year for default position in Safari. The typical pricing for AI models is based on tokens used in API calls. By the way, this could play in Google's advantage because currently it is pretty costly to run all of those queries. Remember, they are running this on their own cloud. Yes, revenue goes up, but right now it is still costing them quite a lot. Number two, how much Apple pays Google depends on what they use it for. If it powers the majority of the AI features on the phone, then it would probably be in the billions. If it's just an offering for limited use cases, then it would be in the hundreds of millions. My sense is it would power the majority of the highest value AI features on the phone. And three, Apple will negotiate a discount from the stock rate card, which could make sense. And again, this also proves the point that Google's AI, again, this is just a report. The partnership has not been finalized. We don't know the terms of the deal, etc., etc. But the fact that these rumors already exist probably also means that Apple admits that, well, their AI stuff is, well, very, very far behind the likes of ChatGPT and even Google. And second of all, we don't know how long that deal will last. Because remember, Apple used to use Intel for their chips. Then they went their own way. So the same can be said here. Maybe they're going to use Google right now so they can work on their own models and then launch their own models and leave Google behind. Something to think about. Now, of course, I want to talk about the negative aspects of things. What if suddenly Apple chooses not to go with Google's Gemini? What if they go with ChatGPT? How will the market react then? Probably negatively, right? And it probably will have to do with the amount of money paid, the deal, etc., etc. But here again, I think this is where Google has the upper hand because they already partner with Apple with regards to the browser deal. So maybe they can mix both up, reduce the prices of one, increase the prices of the other, etc., etc. On the other side, like I said before, running queries is costly. Of course, the cost per query is coming down each and every year, but right now, it's probably going to cost them quite a lot. But I do still think that they are willing to take a hit in the short term as long as adoption increases, as long as more and more people use their services. Now, if more and more people use their services, again, I don't think this is going to replace search, especially not this deal, in my opinion. But this is definitely something that already gets talked about in the comments and probably in the street as well, is what if suddenly people only use that and don't use search anymore? Because we know that search is the bread and butter of Alphabet's business. And if people start using chat-based searches and not the traditional one, that could hit their top and bottom lines as well. But like we've just read, I don't think this is the point of the partnership. I do still think this is purely about content-based stuff and imaging. I don't think this will replace search anytime soon. But I can be wrong. Of course, do share your thoughts down in the comments below. Right now, again, this is just a report. Market is liking it. Overall, you're still getting Alphabet for the core business. Plus, let's say you're paying a small extra for everything that comes with regards to AI, whether or not this deal goes through. Of course, do share your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if not. Let's see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.